What's up, you two? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, the Knicks fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor. I want you to hit that like button. I want you to subscribe, leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit the notification bell. All right, y'all, let's get into this video. Knicks versus Heat, third win. Good finish. Good finish. Brunson do his thing again. Brunson to the rescue. But the hero of the game was OG Anunoby, which we're gonna talk about a little bit later down the line. Cause I got a new nickname down there, as you see, Sir Anunoby, and I'm gonna break that nickname down when we get down to it. But one thing I want to tell you right now, we're not gonna follow that yellow line. It's more there to remind me that I'm staying on a subject for too long. So I'm gonna try to make this video short. You know what I'm saying? But sweet. All right, right to the point. All right, right to the point. So Knicks beat the Heat. Overtime. 5-0 this season in overtime. The Knicks been doing their thing in overtime. I want to say that the Knicks been doing their thing. I know a lot of you or some of you come to my channel, y'all watch for 2 or 3 minutes, say this guy's a hater. What he doing with the channel? I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? I believe in this team. I do think we have and it's going to sound like I'm about to contradict myself, especially if you have seen my videos of late or the last 4 or 5 videos. It's going to sound like I'm about to contradict myself, but I'm going to tell you right now, no, I'm not contradicting myself because all year long, I've been telling y'all, well, in my opinion, I feel that we have a championship team. I feel we had the right guys to win us, to bring us a chip. You know what I'm saying? From 73, 50 years, whatever, how many years have you go it been? I feel we have the right guys right now to contend. I know we 0-7 against the top teams, but the New York Knicks have the roster. They have the players. They have what's the word? The tenacity to be champions this year. We ain't got to wait till next year. The Knicks can do it this year. What do y'all think? Most definitely, I definitely think the Knicks can do it. I definitely think we can win a championship this year. So for all of y'all that think I'm out here hating on the Knicks, it ain't no hate. It's just observation. You know what I'm saying? And my observation lead me to Tom Thibodeau. And one thing, and I got to respect him. I'm going to be real with you. I got to respect Tom Thibodeau. You know what I'm saying? He's a good defensive coach. That's what everybody says. But y'all know my peeves. Y'all know my gripes with him. The overuses of the starters. The not developing the youth and the talent. And I'm not going to talk about Tom just yet. I just hope y'all stick around so when we get down to the Knicks past rosters. And this is going to explain a lot of things when I talk about Tom Thibodeau and why I feel the way I feel about our super coach of the year. I'm not going to forget, he won a coach of the year with the New York Knicks. I'm not going to forget that. And where we at, we owe a lot of prosperity to Tom Thibodeau. So, for y'all who come on here and catch them 2 minutes of me bashing Tom Thibodeau, I'm not a hater. I love this team. All right? And let's talk about that game. Miami Heat, the New York Knicks. Come back. Yo. As we talk about this game, I want to point something out because I'm just going to get into the Heat and I'm just going to talk about the last 5 wins and why they concern me. Now, we beat the Heat in overtime. Like I said, 5-0 record so far this year. But look at the roster we went up against. I'm not going to say Bam is a scrub. Burks, I know a lot of y'all Knicks fans wanted Burks to return to this team. Donovan Mitchell, a guy that I looked at in the draft. I'm not going to lie, you scrappy young kid, defensive minded player. Tibbs would have loved him. Kel'el Ware. I don't know if y'all seen my video, but I did a video before the draft. I'm not going to lie to you. I was in love with this kid. I was hoping he was on the board when the Knicks draft, but Miami took him just ahead of the New York Knicks. I don't know if the Knicks would have drafted him, but man, that was my dream pick. That kid right there was my dream pick. And then imagine got Tibbs, not Tibbs, Towns, and we ain't got to imagine we got Towns. But that kid was my draft, that was my draft pick right there for the New York Knicks. Last year, Kel'el Ware was my draft pick. Out of everybody in the draft, in a position where the Knicks was drafting he was the pick. I didn't expect him to go that high. You know, was talk about it, but you know, it was, you know, he was going up and down the draft board, and then them last few weeks of the season in college, he made a good name for himself. But still, look at that roster. Tyler Hero, he's a good player, but he's not a leader, and that's who's leading Miami right now. And 19-point deficit, the Knicks came back, and I know some of y'all going to hit me in the comments with that. But before y'all do, the Heat leads the NBA in giving up double-digit leads. So it's not like the Knicks came out there and did something that no other team ain't do to them already. This is a play-in team. And that's where I'm getting at with these 5 concerning wins. One of them teams, well, 2 of them teams out of them 5 wins, they're not playing teams. But the other 3 are. You know what I'm saying? The other 3 are playing teams. So let's get real. Let's talk about it. We beat the Heat in overtime. Y'all gonna yell up. Some people hit me in the comments already talking about Mitchell Robinson defense. I'm not gonna lie, he's playing his butt off since he returned. Y'all, if y'all watch my channel, y'all know my biggest problem is the system, the scheme. But come on, the Heat fell apart. Started missing shots. Hero couldn't make a shot, and one can say that was from OG. No, hold on. Sir OG, the defender of the Garden. You know what I'm saying? But the Heat just. The Heat are the Heat. They are a playing team. They're not going to do much better than that. Not much better than that. They are a playing team. So when y'all come out here and tell me that y'all not concerned and the Knicks is on their way and we doing it, see, and I know, like I said, it's like I'm contradicting myself because once again, I said the New York Knicks are a championship team. What their roster is, the coach, I don't know if the coach is ready for the moment. That's my biggest concern. Is the coach ready for the moment? Now, I'm gonna point out why. I'm not even gonna talk about the defensive scheme no more, but I'm gonna talk about why I really don't have faith personally in Tom Thibodeau to get a chip. And I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm 100% wrong. But I'm going, like I said, when it get down to the last bit where it says Knicks pass roster, I'm going to break it down. And some of you might not agree with me, but I think a lot of you will. So just stick with me. You know what I'm saying? Hit me in the comments. Stay down. Just stay till I get to Knicks pass roster, or you can fast forward, whatever. But just watch the video and hear me out and come back, with your opinion in the comments and let me know why you don't feel that way. But like I said, the last 5 wins was very concerning to me. You look at what the Knicks did in in the last 7 games. They 5-2. We know who they lost to. We're not even going to talk about the big 7, the top teams, whatever. We look at the Hawks, right? Now the Hawks, they're a playing team. They're going to be trying to play in. Like they at the bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying? And we beat them in overtime. We had to scrap, whatever, and fought. Brunson went on with whatever. Brunson do his thing, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of y'all have faith in that, but it can't be every night. It can't happen every night. Then we beat the Bulls. We barely beat the Bulls. Overtime. I should have put their roster up, but look at their roster. Look at the Bulls roster. They done made a whole switcheroo up over there. And they still gave us problems. And then we go over to Cleveland. And y'all see what happened. Non-adjustment. Cleveland is busting everybody. So I know a lot of y'all going to say you can't compare them wins or whatever. Boston do it too again. But what I'm trying to say, they already beat us and there was no adjustment coming back from the things that we seen they did in the previous game. They dominate us. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland didn't beat us so bad that first game, but they seen what they did in the tape and they came back and applied it very well and destroyed us. Boston, I was saying to myself, okay, we might not win that game. I'm going to be real with you. I was saying to myself, and I know the score don't look that bad, but if y'all watch that game, y'all know what the score really was. And I was like, Tibbs probably worked out a game plan. And I'm saying it's going to be a close game. That's what I was thinking in my mind. I actually was ready. If the Knicks would have beat them, I was ready to come on here and explode like every other Nick content creator and talk about the Knicks are ready. You know what I'm saying? Just dub him. You know what I'm saying? Put the swords on the Tibbs each shoulder. Dub him, Sir Tibbs. I was ready to do that. You know what I'm saying? If we would have won. But I really was like, okay, if I was really just ready to settle for the loss, but a single digit loss, and I would have said to me, I was like, you know what? That's a what's the word I'm looking for? That's a building step. You know what I'm saying? A morality win. That's for the morale. You know what I'm saying? Lost. We didn't get blown out. That's what I was saying. But the Celtics destroyed us. Then we move on to the 76ers. They even have Embiid. And we struggled. It had to be some late heroics in that game once again. The late heroics. And it took us a while to stop Philly. You know what I'm saying? Grizzlies. I know a lot of like, oh, we beat the Grizzlies, we blew the Grizzlies out. That's one of our best wins, and you're damn right. And that's why it's another concerning win to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you know what? We should have beaten this team by double digits, if not by 1 point. We should have already figured them out. I don't care how good they are. I said in my last video that I feel the Grizzlies are like pretenders. Then I don't see the Grizzlies making it out of the first round. Their leader is too too immature. You know what I'm saying? The team is young. They don't really have to be that go-to guy to settle the team down. So we won that game. Can't take nothing away from the Knicks. Trust me, I'm loving every victory. But at the same time, it was concerning because it should have been more than by 1 point. Now, in this Heat game, like I said, overtime, we had to come back from a 19-point deficit. And who said it? The Heat lead the leagues in giving up double-digit leads. So it ain't like we did anything spectacular. Well, imagine coming back from 19 points and beating the Celtics or the Cavs or even the Thunder. That's more than a moral victory. You know what I'm saying? That's the word I should have used earlier. All right, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to my man, Sir OG Anunoby, the defender of the ground. Well, we're going to say the garden. All right, what Obi had last night? How many points Obi had? 23 points, 19 for 18 from the field. That's 50% shooting. 4 from 9 from downtown. Starting to step it up. A lot of people been complaining about OG. I'm reading and looking at things about this man possibly being traded next year, and I'm thinking they're trying to hint at KD. I don't know, but OG is starting to get back to where he was at in the beginning of the year. The defense, the offense. Everybody know him as a D and 3 guy, and for the Knicks to be a really even better than what they are than right now, especially against Boston. I put it like this: for the Knicks to beat Boston, they're gonna have to utilize OG more in the paint. They're gonna have to start putting either Tatum or Brown in foul trouble. OG is our only player with the capabilities, in my opinion. Hit me up if you think I'm wrong. If there's anybody else on the team that you think that they can do what I'm about to say OG can do. He can get in that paint, dunk it, fake pump body, finesse, come away with the foul. I mean, a Chu would sometimes do it, but he seemed a little nervous. But if we get somebody OG stature, his body built, his mindset to start getting in the paint and getting other players in foul trouble, that'll take a lot of pressure off the Knicks, especially with Boston. We can start getting these guys in foul trouble, Tatum and Brown. You know what I'm saying? Putting pressure on them. And you got to start that with OG. And if he can't get it up, he'll kick it out. I know he'll kick it out before Brunson or Towns will. But this is what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? OG had a hell of a game last night. And if we can get more of this from OG, the Knicks will be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And who knows? But the Tibbs got to start drawing up more plays where it ain't just isolation and get the ball off of there. There's nothing there. I mean, I always want Brunson to be number one A, selection. But sometimes in the point of the game, throw it off. You know what I'm saying? Brunson come down like he's the main option. He's not. That main option of this play be OG. Carl Towns is going to get his. Everybody want, Mikal Bridges to be that third option and scoring. It could be OG in my opinion. It definitely could be OG to come in and be that third scoring option. He's strong enough. He's quick enough. He's faster than some of the guys that play him, and he's stronger than most of the guys that play him, especially in the position that we're playing him in that small forward position. The Tibbs should really be taking advantage of OG's size down there. Well, excuse me. Sir OG, the defender of the Garden, he should definitely be taking advantage of that against opposing players, especially when it comes to Tatum and Brown. Tell me what y'all think. Can the Knicks use that strategy once we get in the playoff and we meet one of these teams? Because I know I talk about how worried I am about us getting out of the first round, but I see us getting out of the first round. And if we got the first round, we definitely meet in Boston in the second round. That's if Boston get out the first round. I'm not going to look past nobody and nothing. I'm just going to be real with you. But we're definitely going to meet them in the second round. So tell me, if we change up strategy where we giving OG the ball in the post where Tatum or Brown got to play him, putting them in foul trouble, do you think that'll help us beat the Celtics? Let me know. Hit me in the comments. All right. With that being said, let's get on to what I was talking about earlier about my beef with Tom Thibodeau and why I don't have as much confidence in this coach as some of you do. All right, let's start right here. The Knicks. We talk about their best season in this period, winning 54 games and reaching the Eastern Conference Final. That was in 2012, 2013. 2014, 2015. Now, bear with me. Y'all gonna see why I'm running this down. Team struggled with injuries, with poor performances, finishing with a franchise worst record, 17-65. Y'all remember that? And damn, that was a season. That was a season that I really wanted to forget, and I know a lot of y'all wanted to forget it, and I'm sorry I brung it up. I am sorry. 2016 to 2017, the Knicks acquired Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, but the team failed to even make the playoffs. Now, here's something I want to throw in right here as I mentioned that. When we got Derrick Rose and we got Joakim Noah, if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I apologize. These was broken down players, man. And they was broken down. Who broke them down? Who ruined, I'm going to say it just like that. Who ruined their careers with injuries? I'm going to be real. So we're going to leave that out because I said I'm not going to talk about, the minutes. I'm not going to talk about the defensive scheme when I get down here. I also want to point something out because a lot of people acting like this coach is like I said, I'm happy and I'm satisfied, but I'm not a hater. I'm just trying to point some facts out that why I don't have as much confidence as y'all do, some of you. All right, 2019, the team began to rebuild, focusing on, excuse me, focusing on young players like Kevin Knox and Mitchell Robinson, our longest tenured Knicks to this day. 2019, Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett emerged as key players, but the team continued to struggle. Then here comes Tom Thibodeau, hired in 2020, turning the franchise around, leading to improved performance and subsequent season. Excuse me, this lip and my throat. Excuse me, I really do apologize. Hope I'm not getting sick. Now, let's move right along here. When we talk about, let's look at the roster. Like I said, I know it's kind of sound contradicting from what I just read off and how Tibbs turned the team around. But let's look at the roster. Carmelo Anthony, Tyson Chandler, J.R. Smith, Raymond Felton, Jason. That was the year we made the Eastern Conference Finals. And look like seriously, just look at the roster. Now, and the coach, Mike Woodson, a good guy. Couldn't get it done. Missed the playoffs. We missed the playoff. Carmelo, Anthony, Jose Calderon, Tim Hardaway Jr., Langston Galloway, uh, Andre, but I had to turn away and laugh because Andre Bugnati was one of the worst signings for the New York Knicks. But what I'm trying to point out is look at the roster. Look at the rosters. Under Jeff Hornacek, Anthony, Kristaps Porzingis, Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, Courtney Lee, Willie Hernandez, Homer Gomez. Now, on paper, that might just look good, but then you got to think about the teams that they was going up against, the LeBron James and Kevin Durant and James Harden. These was not competing teams. That's what I'm trying to point out. These was not competing teams. Let's move on. We're under Jeff Hornacek. Now Carmelo Anthony is gone. There's Kristaps Porzingis. He's our star, the unicorn. We tried to do it. Everybody had faith in him. We found out who he really was. Let's be real. Let's keep it real. 100. Tim Hardaway Jr., Cantor, Courtney Lee, Frank Ntilikina. Oh, man, I had so much hope for Frank Ntilikina. I'm not going to lie to you. I had so much hope. I didn't think he was going to come in and be a scorer, but I thought he was going to be that guy who can, the point guard we needed and a good defender. He was decent when he put like this. He could have been a nice bench player for the Knicks if he wasn't injured so goddamn much. Then you had Kevin Knox, Tim Hardaway Jr., Cantor again, Moutier, another failed experiment. Moutier, Alonzo Trier. He's not even in the league no more. Mitchell Robinson started making a name for himself. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot to go Michael Beasley. Michael Beasley was a fan favorite too on some nights. But what I'm trying to say, we didn't have competing rosters. The rosters that we had couldn't compete, and they wasn't going to the playoffs. But the roster that we have right now, we're going to win games. No matter who our coaches, if we have any one of them coaches, I think we would be a better team because them coaches played the starters last minute and they got other players involved, and they were somewhat a decent developer when it came to the young talent. So when y'all hear me talking smack about Tom Thibodeau, it ain't just about because I don't like the man, I don't like his coaching, because I damn sure like his coaching. See, this is what I'm saying. It always sound like I'm contradicting myself because I'm happy where his team is at. I just don't have no faith that the way he's utilizing the players, the way he calls defense, the way he don't adapt on offense, that we're not going to win the championship. You know what I'm saying? It can't, put like this, Brunson can't save us every night. But the thing about it, we have a team that's built, and I'm going to say it once again, in my opinion, that's built for a championship. I don't care if nobody say, I don't care what I say when I talk about pretenders. But I believe in this team, I don't believe in the coach. That's how to sum it up. That's just how I sum it up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't agree with me. A lot of y'all do. But we all entitled to our opinion. But I know, I'm telling you from my heart, you know what I'm saying? The orange and the blue on this shirt, I believe the New York Knicks are a championship team. I just don't believe right now we are contenders. So I'm going to tell y'all one right now. I give Tibbs another year. And if we were to make the Eastern Conference Final, if we get out of the second round, I'm going to be real with y'all, I'll be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that would be progress. And the moves that we're about to make next year and this year, that brings me to a move we're about to make. You know what I'm saying? I almost forgot. The New York Knicks signed today, Beauchamp? Beauchamp, if I'm saying his name right. Knicks officially signed former Bucks Clipper forward to a 2-way contract for the rest of the year. The Knicks reportedly filled the open roster spot Monday evening by signing former Milwaukee Buck prospect. That name is crazy. Marjon Beauchamp. A 2-way contract to the final stretch of the 24-25 regular season. Free agent Beauchamp has agreed to a 2-way NBA contract with the New York Knicks. Agent Wasserman be dealing, because when I used to do videos about this guy named Kai Soto, that was his agent. Told ESPN, Shams, Karina, Viva Twitter on Monday. The 6'7" Milwaukee first round pick has spent the season with the Bucks and Los Angeles Clippers. after being selected with the number 24 overall pick in 2022 draft. Beauchamp averaged 4.2 points, 2.7 rebounds, and just 11.4 minutes spanning 3 seasons and 126 appearances with the Bucks. Now, this is an interesting sign. You know why? It gives the Knicks size. Y'all heard me complaining about that. And with Moses Brown becoming a free agent last night with that 10-day contract, the Knicks got to swoop in. The Knicks got to swoop in right now because we let go of Toppin and Matt Ryan. So I'm figuring that them 2 roster spots, the Knicks got to swoop in. They got to swoop in and get Moses. And this could complete the roster, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Brown, man. We had him on the Westchesters, and I don't know why we didn't see that potential. That guy that could have been doing what he did for the Dallas. He started, man, I may add, he started for the Dallas, averaged 19 points in 2 games. Man, he could have done a lot for the New York Knicks. He wasn't known for much of his offense, averaging somewhere around 2 points in his first few years in the league. But what he's known for is his defense. And what teams worry about is his slender build. That when he get down in the paint, he can't bang with the bigger guys. But let's think about this. If you look around the league right now, there's not that really too many big guys, especially coming off the bench. There's a lot of guys 7 foot, 7'2", 7'3", but they slender built. So, man, we should have brung him in. You know what I'm saying? 7'2", I think. If hit me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think Brown is 7'2". But we should have been brung him in when we had him on the Westchester Knicks. I like Hooker Porty. Y'all hear me advocate for the man for a couple of videos. But that would have been the smart signing, like switching that role around. I know Tibbs wanted the size, the body, a little bit of replica of Mitchell Robinson in a small way. But that should have been a move that Tibbs should have encouraged management to do, bring him up. And I think that's on the coach too. So this is my problem with Tibbs. Identifying talent, you know what I'm saying? Now, what I wanted to say when I put that old past Knick teams, Tibbs has been blessed as a coach. You know what I'm saying? See, this what y'all defenders don't realize. As long as he's been a head coach, as long as he's been a coach, assistant coach, he has been on a team that's been dominated with stars. I repeat myself. So, come on, percentage-wise, you're going to win games. You're going to make the playoffs. I'm not saying he's not a good coach, but I'm saying again, I'm going to say it again. He's been blessed to have them players. What y'all think? In the comments, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Y'all think I'm right, think I'm wrong, think I'm crazy, think I'm hating. But like I said, it's my opinion. I respect yours, so I hope you respect mine. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy. God bless, and peace.